Welcome to Positive Energy with Crystals. My name's Hillary and we're doing a manifestation box reset. Now, I need to say that I know a lot of people like to do this at the beginning of the year. I don't like that. I like resetting my manifestation box up for the spring. And really now I start taking it apart, deconstructing it around January, and just kind of doing a cleanse of it. Now I haven't done look here. Oop, nope. I got my, can you see my incense there? So I'm going to just totally mess everything up. I'm going to, as I put stuff in the box, I'm going to run it over my incense. So if you see me pick something up and take it out of view, I can't fit everything in view. That's what I'm doing, is I'm putting it over the incense. Yeah, I could zoom out just a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to do, as I put it in the box. Now we'll start off doing the box. I like starting to take it apart and just kind of sitting with stuff throughout the winter. So from like January until I put it together. Now I'm actually recording this video the last week of February, hence the St. Patrick's Day meals. But I probably won't release this until closer to like when I normally set up my manifestation box. I usually set it up after spring starts officially, but I just have a really strong feeling to do it now. Usually though, I don't do it until like around Easter, Ostara, around there. But this year I felt like I needed to do it. And now today is the day I also did my crystal grid update video, and that might have part to do with it. I was in that kind of mood and just going with it, but that's what's going on. So I got lots to show you. Now when I first set up my box last year, I did a video, and I'll put a link to that. It's basically doing the same thing. I did a little bit different. I added the zine, and I got some, I can't remember if I had charms in it last time. I don't remember if I did. I've got my mini, the tiny tarot cards. We'll go over those. I'm still using the Making Magic sigil cards. There's a new deck coming out. Crap, I should have looked it up, but I forgot to. It's I'll grab a picture from Amazon. I've got it marked. It comes out in April. It's like the Herbs Magic sigil. I don't remember. I'll put the picture up. I can't wait for that deck. I am so excited. It's the same shape. It's not the round one. I love this shape, this size. I use these sigils. I love sigil stuff, and sometimes it's just nice having ones that are pre-made. Now, last year some of the cards I'm using are still in here, but I switched some out a little bit, so we'll be a little bit different. Most of the crystals are the same. I think I've added some. I'm adding the selenite. I know I've got a lot more wish papers in here. I added some more of the tarot cards. I've added some, I did have charms in here before, but I've kind of switched some around. Crystals, all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to go through what I'm putting in, tell you why. I'm going to put it over the incense, do a little cleansing, put it in the box that you can't really see. Wish I had more room. And we'll get this going. So I started off with my little zine here. Now, as I'm recording this, I like I said, end of February. So as I'm putting this together, I'm in my self-love, self-care phase that I did for the positive energy journal for February that I still have not recorded. It's gonna be a long video. You've already seen it, but anyway, I was going with the, I am important, good vibes, little love stickers, and then I go into now in the crystal grid video, I added some sigils I created. In this one, I don't know, I just didn't feel like doing sigils. I felt more like, I don't know. I had planned on kind of doing some more crafty stuff this year, but for some reason I just didn't feel like this was the year for it. And it could, I don't know. But we'll go through everything I've got. Cleanse it. I've already said that. I'm just rambling now. Let's get started. So I'm going to use my little zine here. First we're going to start, because it's going to be easier. I'm just going to go ahead and do all these. We're going to start with the Making Magic sigil cards. And like I said, some of them are the same, some of them are different. I love this deck so much. So we've got the Philosopher's Stone, Powerful Manifestation of Wishes and Goals by Harnessing Universal Energy. That one's new this year. The Power Symbol, Cleanse, Purify, and Protect the Physical Body. I added that one this year. Fairy Magic, that was in here before. Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goals. That one's going back in. Protection, strong protective magic for the family and the home. Now, this manifestation box is sort of a kind of like my crystal grid that I did just redid. This is sort of a general manifestation for my husband and I for this year. I don't know, for this box I really like just kind of doing that general one, and then I set up manifestation bowls for specific stuff. I don't know why, that just feels right to me. But so that's why I didn't really tell you the intention, but you'll kind of get the intention as I'm going along. Oh, and that was another thing. The crystal grid, I was really focusing on intentions, and I think because this one I'm doing more general, I didn't have really set, and I think to me that's kind of what makes the crystal grid and the manifestation box different, is the crystal grid is really focusing on set specific intentions, and my manifestation box, which sort of works as a crystal grid too because I'm adding crystals to it, but it's more to me, my manifestation box is more general. I don't know how to explain it right. Anyway, we're going to keep going because I think I'm just rambling again. Successful career, a happy working environment, pay rises and promotions. Star. The silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity. I think I added that one. The elements. I've been doing a lot with the elements lately, and they've been kind of coming up and stuff. I have, well, I should be mentioning it in the February Positive Energy Journal. What is it called? The Elemental Divination book. It's come up more, and just, so I felt like, because that's been coming up a lot lately, I should include, now in this deck there is a card for each element, but going into this box I felt it was good to have this general, the elements card. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. Time to shine. Create the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. I think that one was in there before. Safe and happy travel. Now this one I used to, when we would travel, I would pull this out. I've noticed the last couple times we've traveled, I forgot to pull it out. Plus, I'm afraid this card is going to get banged up and damaged in my, it doesn't really fit in my wallet, so I just kind of stick it in wherever it'll fit. But I thought, and not, you know, my husband travels a lot for his job. Day to day, he's on the road a lot, and once in a while he has to go to other places. And I don't always remember, I never remember to give it to him. So I thought having this in the manifestation box was better than trying to pull it out every time. This way, it's in there, it's working already. So, oh, it said protection from harm when journeying. Felicitis, I don't know how to say that. Power symbol to create lucky serendipitous events. That was a good one to go in there too. Alright, so then, did I list? Let me look real quick. I did, okay. Let's go through some more of these. I found this sticker. I didn't know what to stick it to, but I thought it's really pretty. The pentacle. I thought that'd be good to put in there, so I'm going to put that in the bottom. And then I've got, oh, I forgot to, thank you to whoever yelled you forgot to put that through the smoke. I heard you. And then I'm going to take my wishes. I'm not going to put what's on the papers. Wish you could see me doing that. Maybe that I can do. Here we go. I've already done these. Oh, I don't want this lid. I want those cards to stay up because I don't want the crystals bending them weird. Anyway, I don't want to show the wishes on camera because those are kind of my personal thing. I'll go through them later. I don't even remember really what's on them right now. And that's kind of the thing with the manifestation boxes. You don't have to remember what's going on. Like the crystal grid and even manifestation bowls, I feel like there's a very, very, very specific thing that you're working on and you really need to know what's going on. With the manifestation box, it's, you've got intentions in there and they're doing their thing, but you don't focus on it. They just, you let them happen is how I feel. And so those, now what I did is I wrote them in a positive, like they've already happened, kind of like, I am protected. Not, I wish I was protected. It's, I am protected. And I think that helps. Another thing is, I recently saw something that says you need to be greedy, or not greedy. Yeah, you need to be greedy. Don't put in there, I wish this family member would something. It needs to be for you. You know, you could word it for you, but that you could help that family member. That's perfectly fine. But it needs to be self-centered. That's what it was. You need to center it around you and things you control, you can do. And I thought that was really good too. So that's something else I did. Here I didn't say anything about family health or family protection. It's all about me. And to a point I didn't even really, I would say this is more for me, and my crystal grid was for my husband and I. This is more what I can do, whether it's I can do to help my husband contribute and make a difference. And when I heard that somebody say to do it in a more self-centered way, it kind of made sense. It sounds kind of mean and horrible, but in my head, and when I started figuring it all out, it made sense. Okay, enough rambling. Now let's do the crystals because the crystals. So I'm going to go with tourmalated quartz because I love tourmalated quartz. It's good for protection. focus, remove obstacles and clear negative energy. Next, oh, right here. I got this big chunk of green adventuring. It's good luck, prosperity, and helps with confidence. Whoops. Oh, yeah, you're right. I heard you. I usually do this when I take it apart. So this, putting it over the smoke before I put it in the box is kind of messing with me. Tiger's Eye is good for manifestation, protection, and to help you accomplish goals. Goldstone, because I love goldstone for manifestation work. It helps with manifestation, protection, ambition, and helps achieve goals, and helps with confidence too. I got this little piece of pyrite. It helps guide towards success. It gives good vibes, and it helps with money and abundance. And if you watched my crystal grid video, you'll notice that there's a lot of the same crystals. Carnelian is good for courage, protection, luck. It purifies blood and improves circulation, boosts energy, and is grounding. Clear quartz, and this one, I don't know, I really like the shape of this clear quartz. Usually I like points on my clear quartz, but this one's just fun. And I've always put this piece in my manifestation box. So clear quartz is good for it. It's an energy enhancer. It's a universal healer. It's good for focus, stimulate immune system, and manifest intentions. Now amethyst, I have been putting this lighter colored one, but then I found this darker one in my collection, and I decided to put it in two. So amethyst, it's good for calming, protection, help decision-making skills. It's an anti-inflammatory, speeds up healing, and helps with concentration. And like I said in my crystal grid video, anytime I do anything, there's usually a piece of amethyst in it, on it, around it, part of it, in my pocket. There's always amethyst. Citrine, I've got these little chips. Oh, you're right. I heard you. Thank you to whoever keeps saying you forgot to put those in the smoke. You're doing a great job. So I've got these citrine pieces. Woo! Focus. And I got kind of a variety of colors. I got this really dark one and these lighter ones. So citrine brings sunshine, it elevates optimism and energy. It's a cheerleader, which is pretty much the main reason I added it in here. I feel like it's some cheerleader energy. It helps with emotional strength, raises self-esteem, and it's good for protection too. Let's see. Oh, this little piece of chrysocolla. I haven't worked much with chrysocolla, but I really like having it in this box. It turns dreams into reality. Oops, I spelled dreams wrong. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. Turn dreams into reality, helps with motivation, help painful joints, helps confidence, and help with new beginnings. I may have to go get another sticker. I'm using Palo Santo, by the way. I really like using Palo Santo for cleansing stuff. Bloodstone is good for healing, courage, and protection from injuries and diseases. Selenite is new this year. It helps charge stuff, or your tools, crystals, whatever. So I thought that was a good thing to have in there. Also, It helps with mental clarity, protection, energy cleansing, calmness, decision making. I have on, it's the main crystal that helps with cancers. Not that I need to worry about that now, but since losing Clover and with her cancer stuff, I don't know, I feel like having it in all my workings now, there's that connection for it. I don't know. And it also charges your tools. I already said that. You don't need to cleanse selenite, but we're going to anyway. I didn't write this down, but we've got a piece of agate for grounding, because I love agate for grounding. This is one of those pieces that I've talked about that when I was in junior high I bought and I still have. Alright, next is the swish stone. Now I've already done it and I'm not going to put it over the smoke. It's kind of getting smoky right here. But wish stones are a rock where you've got like this band of quartz that goes all the way around it, and that's one thing. It has to have one line that goes all the way around it, and this has got several that goes all the way around it. I love wish stones. I've got big ones and I've got some medium-sized ones, and this is the smallest one I have. And what you do is you hold it and you make all your wishes that you want. You really just focus on all the wishes you want to come true, and then you just set it aside. And I'm going to set this one inside my manifestation box. Oh, I did have grounding. Alright, now let's go with the charms, because that's what's next on the list. So, I've got this 4-leaf clover for luck. Oh, yep, I heard you. Almost forgot. A key for a new home or house / house. The fairy in the star. Good relationship with the fae. And I've brought that up, and I've recorded a lot of videos today, and I brought that up in several of them. So, this heart for self-love. Like I said, as recording this, it's February, end of February, and I've really focused on that self-love, self-care, everything, and I really felt that was important, and I need to keep that up. So do that one. The tree for grounding and stability. I really need that. Really bad. The peace sign. Calm, peace, and no tension. Did I put that in the... I don't remember. We're going to do it anyway. And then this heart and infinity sign is just for my husband and I. And this little circle thing that says dream, hope, trust, love, and then it says dream, hope, trust, love. I think it says it's like 3 times. I didn't know what else to do with this. I keep putting it in my manifestation box since I've got it, and I kind of like it in there. It works good. And that's another thing with the manifestation box. I feel like when I put stuff on the crystal grid, I feel like it has to be a reason it's going on there. And with my manifestation box, I don't feel like there has to be a specific, very specific reason it's going in. Just this, I didn't know what to do with it. It looked good. The words are important, and it goes in. Now this dog heart. It was in here before. I'll go ahead and do this part first. It was a thing for Clover, and then we lost her in November. And I just couldn't bring myself to take it out. So she goes in the manifestation box. Alright, now let's go with the tarot cards. And they're really tiny. So they work really well in like a manifestation box like this. They're kind of hard to read. So the sun, I'm using, oh, come on. The sun to represent high energy, joy, and physical vitality. That I read, somebody else uses the sun card for very similar to what that said, and I really like that, and so I decided to do that this year. Wheel of Fortune is for change and luck. Focus. And the Star is for healing, better times ahead, hope, and wishes granted. I think I've always had the Star. I can't remember now. I've been taking it apart the last couple weeks, kind of thinking about what to put back in and everything. Now I can't remember what was in there and what wasn't. But I think I had that, but I did change the intention that goes with it. Change it up a little bit. 10 of Cups. I always use the 10 of Cups for happiness in home life. Really like that. They're really hard to read. Here it is. 9 of Pentacles. Financial success and finances improve. I've been really, I don't know, focus on finance stuff lately. Ace of Pentacles, prosperity, successful endeavors. And that's not just financial prosperity, financial successful endeavors. That's just everything. Seven of Pentacles, hardworking, patience. Patience will be rewarded, and keep going. I have the 6 of Wands. I didn't write it down in my book, but I had it on other notes. 6 of Wands for victory, achievement, and accomplishment. Succeeding at something. So I'll be sure to write that down here in a minute. Alright, so that's what I have in my manifestation box right now. And then this will go in there too. And that's in with it earlier. I mean, you have to go like this. And then close it. Yep, that'll work. So there's my manifestation box. I love this box. And it makes me happy. And like I said, I focus on this box working from, like I was saying before, Ostara or Easter, springtime. And lasting throughout the rest of the year. So until December. And then after that, I just feel like I don't try to work on many goals, many manifestation, unless it's needed. It just feels like you need to take a break from that kind of stuff over the winter and just relax and focus on self-care and stuff like that. And so that's kind of what I do, is it gets me through to the end of the year, and then January I do start thinking about what I want and kind of going through, see what happened, or what the wishes happened what I accomplished, stuff like that. And then at that time I usually cleanse it. I didn't this time because I was just having an issue with space. And then I start thinking about what I want to stay in, what I want to take out, switch out. A lot of the things are always in here. A lot of the crystals are the same crystals I've had in here forever. Same with the tarot cards, the sigil cards. I did switch out a lot of them this year. There's a few of them that are staying in there. And then the charms, I think I added those last year, so I think most of those stayed in. And even if certain crystals, charms, whatever, tarot cards, whatever, stay in here, I may change their intention of what they're supposed to be focusing on. One, like, let's take amethyst. For amethyst, to me, it will always be a calming crystal. But say it's not, pretend it's not my calming crystal, that's what it's still doing. Maybe, this year I wanted it to focus on protection, so I would change the intention of what that crystal's supposed to be really focus on. But amethyst is always calming. So that's my manifestation box. If you do a manifestation box, I'd love to see it, hear about it, all that. So I'm sending you lots of positive energy, and I will see you next time.